Glenn. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the RnRGzrs Show, your weekly outlet for rock news and things that are going on. This week, my gosh, we've got good old Ace Frehley in the news. Skid Row, Jay Weinberg, Dusty Hill is back in the news. I'll be darned. Ronnie Radke, Shirley Manson, all sorts of cool stuff. And I'm your host, Murph. Can't do it without my co-host there, Doc Fox. How you doing, Doc?
Yeah, hope everybody's doing quite well this holiday season. Getting all
Mm-hmm.
your Christmas festivities in order and shopping done and whatnot and all
Oh
that kind of
yeah.
thing. So, yeah, so greatly appreciate everybody checking in on us. If you haven't, please subscribe. As we always say, that would help us out greatly.
Sure.
Also, please like our videos. That helps us with the algorithms and kind of getting spreading the word out there. So, if you can take a second, hit that like button. All you faithful folks that watch us every week, we love you so much. But yeah, as always, lots of interesting items to get into. So, one of our mainstays on the Rock and Roll Geezer Show news items is Kiss, and
As
even though
always,
they're
yeah.
done, and people know they're still in the news.
Yeah, Ace. Good old Ace. Ace Frehley. Yeah, Ace Frail. Ace Frailty. Let's call him Ace Frailty at this
Good
point.
call.
Ace,
Good call.
Ace Frailty. Yeah, yeah. He's boy, what a mess. He did an interview recently and he had a lot of stuff to chew on there. The one of the headlines here, I believe it's Blabbermouth. Ace Frehley, he doesn't get that Kiss avatar thing that we've been talking about, of course. Let me see where there they are right there. I don't get it either. That's like the goofiest thing. He says, it looks like it is geared towards children. That's sort of how Ace talks. But in an interview with Rock Antenna, Ace Frehley was asked if he was happy about the band's farewell tour, end of the road at the end of the road tour. It's finally over, and he replied, "I'm happy it's over because I'm not going to be compared to them anymore. But I don't I don't get this avatar thing that they're going to do." He continued, referencing that. He said, I saw some of it on a YouTube video last night. It kind of looked like it was geared towards children." And it's not rock and roll. I get up on stage without backing tracks, plug my amp into it, plug my guitar into a Marshall, and go. That's it. It's always been that way and always will be. And, yeah, it is what it is, Ace. But at the same time, they're filthy rich. So, they're doing something right.
Well,
But
Kiss have always kind of been geared towards children, really. I mean, kind of. I mean, when they came out, I mean, like I said, we've talked about it. I was a big Kiss. I was in the Kiss Army. I was, 12, 13 when they came out, and I was right at that age, 12, 13. I'm sure that was their main demographic. In 1976, I was 12 years old. So,
oh, man, there you go.
But yeah, they've always kind of been geared towards kids. So, for him to say that, that's, not in surprise. But yeah, he's on Eddie Trunk, which I think he's just got like an open pass to whenever he wants to vent or, just, whatever, have the world listen to him. He gets on Eddie Trunk and vents. But
Oh, yeah. He did a lot of venting. Yeah. Yeah. He did a lot of venting. And talking about their last tour, the Indianapolis show. He says it's not for me. Tommy Thayer is not a bad guitarist. He's just more mechanical than me. Nobody can copy my solos the way I play them because I'm sloppy. Nobody can move like me. Nobody. All right, sure, sure. And I'm sure the fans bought Tommy pretty much because I think for several years, they thought that they didn't know that Ace was even gone because Tommy dressed up just like him. They didn't know. My gosh.
Casual fans perhaps, but
I'm not in a band anymore. Yeah, yeah. But boy, he just and
he's talking about he still had fans coming up to him asking for Kiss concert tickets and stuff, and like, dude, I'm not in the band anymore. But
hang on. He says the last tour I did with Kiss, Tommy Thayer was bringing me sandwiches, and he was a tour manager and a gopher. It's like, boy.
I was just about to say, I'm surprised he didn't bring that up, but there he goes. He brought it up. Yeah, he always brings that up. He was just a tour manager. He's always bringing that up.
What, Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
You
Yeah.
know
So
what? It's been 40 years, Ace. Dude, let it go. Move on, man. Dude, this dude needs to see a therapist or something to, let him let go of this, man. Because honestly, it's been 40 years, man, and
yeah,
going. And
and
he's the bitter. He and KK should get a band, the
oh
Bitters,
boy,
the Bitters.
the bitter
Yeah,
tour.
yeah, with Ace Frehley, KK Downing, and
Oh, yeah, he was on Trunk Nation, as a matter of fact, and
yeah, he's always on Trunk,
he
man.
noted a difference in the awareness levels of Kiss fans and his own fans, recounting instances where people
Oh,
asked him for Kiss tickets despite his
right,
departure
right,
from
right.
the band. So, and he's, just this headline was very odd. It's like, Ace Frehley now attacks the Kiss fans. They're not the brightest people.
So
I don't
now
know
he's
if he,
pitting the Kiss fans against his solo fans. Is that what he's saying?
it
That
just sort of it
his
just
solo
sort of
fans
seems it.
are of a more
It's
intelligent breed, I guess. I don't know.
boy, oh boy. Yeah,
Oh
well,
boy.
go down to your local bar and maybe he'll show up and play, do one of the bar's 4 hour sets or something. I mean, go play the
Right.
bar, instead of being in a monster. Yeah, it
You'll
just,
see him
wow.
going up to the owner after the set and getting his $200, and
Bitter, bitter, bitter. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He's rather a
Dude, let it go, man. It's just, I mean,
gosh.
he's still putting out music. He's got his own thing going. Dude, just honestly let it go. You were in a huge band, a big, world known, one of the biggest bands in the world at one time, but you're not anymore.
Yeah.
Just let it go, man.
Apparently from the internet, he's worth 4 mil. So he'll be able to retire comfortably at some point, and he ain't worth 400 mil like Gene, but you left the band at the wrong time, and I'm surprised, with his history and whatnot. I'm surprised he's doing as well as he's doing. And matter of fact, I saw an article with Peter Criss, and he was talking about the last 5 shows that he did with Kiss. He purposely trashed 3 of them, screwed shit up, just to
See,
piss Paul Stanley off.
you can't respect that, man.
No, and
No,
he
dude,
realized it now. In the article, he said, "Oh, geez, yeah, I was just all burned out and pissed off, and I shouldn't have done it." Because he'd stop playing right on stage for some songs and shit. It's like, whoa, wait a minute, this is
right,
Kiss. Everything has to be
yeah,
bam. And he admitted he screwed up 3 of the last 5 concerts he
yeah,
played with them.
yeah. That's
So,
when they let him go. Yeah.
oh boy, oh boy. So,
That's
now
not even considering the fans. That's just see that the bitterness was rooted back then. The
bitter,
bitterness
bitter,
started.
yeah.
Yeah, screw everything. I'll show them. I'll play behind the beat a little bit or whatever. Play a little slow or
But
whatever.
yeah, yeah, yeah. KK, yeah. KK's got a new song out. I can't remember the name of it, but it's got a heavy metal name. Of course, it's not like let's go. Here we are, KK. What's the name of our new song? Let's go dancing through the meadow. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not gonna do that. So of course, it's got some weird. And I watched the video. It's like, I can't even remember the song at this point. But whoop de doo. But speaking of the bitterness tour, let's slide right on over to here to Skid Row. Ooh,
Oh, before we get on that,
what's up?
we'll get on Kiss. The avatars. There's a little more on the avatars.
Oh, yeah,
Gene,
yeah.
yeah, Gene's talking about the avatars. The technology was developed by Abba, which one of our top viewers, Brian, pointed out to us about the Abba tour. That was
They
very
made a ton of
successful.
money. Yeah.
Yeah. So he talked about that, and it came from that, and he's talking about how it is now, and it's looking kind of hokey. You got there behind you, and we talked about it a little bit, but he's saying
Gene.
they're putting so much more into it. He says, so much is being planned beyond my comprehension, but they're spending about $200 million to take it to the next level.
Well, for crying out, what are you going to do? You're going to, at some point, they're going to have to implant shit in your brain
So
to make it real.
I don't
or
know
something.
who they are. They're spending about $200 million. I don't know who they are, but
Really,
I
I'm
thought it would
sorry.
be the band spending that money, but I guess not.
I'm sorry. This is where I'm just fed up with technology. Yeah, I'm just tired.
He seemed
And
really amazed by the whole ABBA thing. He thought that the way they did it, he said it looked pretty much like they were there, man. He said it was phenomenal. and that's
But
what he wants to do with
geez,
these.
I guess
But you got the cartoonish aspects, you got the wings, you got the laser eyes, you got the guy floating, you got whatever. I mean, I don't know.
I don't need to go.
Which what else do you expect from Kiss? Quite
Well,
honestly,
but at the but ABBA and everything, it's just at some point technology is going to ruin music, and it's on its on its way.
well, I was trying to think,
Jeez.
comparing it to the Abba, why would that one work and the Kiss one not? I just because I don't Abba hasn't been around. Is it Abba? Abba? I don't know, whatever. They
ABBA.
haven't been around for decades, and people are hungry for
Well, people
nostalgia, and
put out an SOS.
the
Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Oh, that's
all
great.
right.
So yeah, there
But
you
Kiss,
go with
they've
the
been touring for this farewell tour's been going for 4 years, since
right because of the
2019. So
COVID. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
so I don't
oh,
think
what
people
a,
are as hungry. I don't think future generations are going to be as hungry. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see.
I
But
hope I hope they're not hungry for this crap. I hope they're hungry for actual musicians going to see a live show, actual musicians, breaking
yeah,
strings and being real and whatnot instead of these cartoon characters. Jeez,
I
whatever.
couldn't even imagine going to the ABBA thing, and I'm sure that people with deep pockets and more money than sense are going to it. But whatever.
Yeah, crazy stuff. So there you go. Just can't stay out of the damn news. And Skid Row. This is it. This is funny. Holy cow! Talk about the bitterness tour. Talking about Sebastian Bach, how he come out with a interview and he says, there's really no reason why the original Skid Row can't unite. Well, apparently there is
That's
a reason.
hilarious. Yeah.
Apparently there is a reason, and boy, he fronted Skid Row until '96, and then he got his ass fired. And some of the guys kept going, a band called Ozone Monday and whatnot, and then they reformed in '99, and they had a few different singers, uh, and
Yeah,
finally,
nobody of note, but yeah,
but they
they got a
finally
guy
did.
now that's supposedly pretty decent, I guess. So they seem to be pretty happy with him anyway. But yeah, anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, and Bach, they apparently the bass player has no interest in Bach at all. They are who's that? Dave Sabo,
He's a guitar player,
a
yeah, and
guitar
Rachel
player.
Bolan, the bass player, yeah,
Okay,
both of them. They both feel the same way. So yeah, either one.
and it says they're in a really comfortable, happy place right now with the lineup they have, and I bet you he brought a lot of drama to the situation, and they just don't need it at their age. Everybody's aging, and at some point you gotta knock it off with the David Lee Roth kind of crap. The rock star crap, and a lot of these guys now have families and kids, and some have grandkids now, so they should, if they're gonna go out, they're gonna do it in their own sweet time, and if they don't want him in the band, sorry, man, because apparently he's really, he really fucked up. And I bet you his voice ain't what I mean, they have a singer that can really
I've
still
seen,
sing.
yeah, I've seen some YouTube videos where he was kind of, yeah, a little iffy. But yeah, he made the comment, you can't still be mad about something that happened in '96. Well, it's not even about being mad. They just moved on. I don't think they're holding a grudge or anything. They just know, nobody. I'm sure nobody wants to play with this guy, man. I'm sure
Yeah,
he goes out on his solo tours. I'm sure he just gets young, hungry, players that come up and say, "Yeah, man, yeah, I'll play with Sebastian Bach, yeah, yeah." And then they play with him for a year or whatever, get him on on their resume, and then get the hell out of there.
turned out to be a jerk.
Yeah,
Well, Sabo's been asked. He says, I've been asked 1,000 times. What about the payday of a reunion with Sebastian? And that's all well and good. But if that's why I did this, if that's why we did this, I can speak for everybody. We probably wouldn't be doing it. He explained, I want to be happy. And I am very, very happy. And so are the guys. Everybody's really happy. So apparently he would bring on too much baggage, I'm sure, and probably stir up a bunch of old crap. So yeah, yeah, what a disappointment. Jeez, he's being a rock star, I'm sure. and they said that he's difficult to work with and blah blah blah.
Oh, yeah, everybody says that. Yeah.
But and Sebastian says, well, we haven't, and it's come back to why they don't even want to bother with him. He says, well, we haven't even been in the same room since '96, meaning that times change, people change, blah blah blah. But if they're in a happy spot, I can't see them
That's what I'm saying. They've just moved on.
regurgitating. Yeah, move. Yeah, if it's too late, I don't know what he's worth. But if he needs the money, oh well, dude, you should have saved it up in the '80s because
Yeah, right.
it's a lot of these guys are getting back out there on the road. Geez, just
Well, I guess the parallel I kind of draw with this would be the Creed situation, where now they're getting back. Where Stapp was kind of an ass, and
yeah, and now he's got
you know,
kids, armed wide open and all that stuff. So
but I don't know. I think the Skid Row thing goes maybe a little deeper, and they've moved on as Skid Row. Where
yeah,
Creed has it. They did Tremani's
Creed
got all
will
the
be
other
the
stuff
original,
going on,
yeah,
but
the
yeah,
original and everything. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the Stapp. I said, we were in the Creed band, and things were going real good, and then I think he came to Chicago and had that
that's right.
drug out in Chicago. And
Yeah.
since we were a Chicago area Creed band, needless to say, everything went to hell after that. So thanks a lot, Scott Stapp. I hope you got your act together. I hope you're, I'm sure he's cleaned up. They all look pretty good, actually. You see them in the picture. They don't look all drugged out and shit. So, and they're going to be having one hell of a payday, man. Holy smokums. Yeah, it's going to be a good payday for them. So, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Sabo, Snake Sabo saying it's not a part of any kind of thought process right now. It's
Boom.
not even, not even a thought. That's an old conversation. So,
Wow.
yeah,
There
they're
you
just
go.
done with
Well,
that one. So,
too bad, pal.
but see what gets me. Okay, here's another one. Just like Ace, he's bitter. Sebastian, he's bitter, and you got to think these guys ever take any accountability onto themselves. I was a dick. I blew it. But no, they just keep complaining about why I can't get back in the band and why now this guy's not as good as me that's replaced me. And God, you hear there's so many guys like KK and just so many people like Lou Graham's even kind of like that. He was going on about Kelly. It's a little more justified maybe than some of the other ones, but anyway.
Yeah. Crazy shit.
Let's start the bitter band.
Yeah. Here's another odd story. Let's slide right on over. There's Jay Weinberg's not looking real happy right there. He's sort of flipping the birds to people.
The double bird.
People realize Jay Weinberg he's the son of
The Mighty
Bush's drummer.
Max. Yeah.
Huh?
Mighty Max Weinberg of the East
Max
Street
Weinberg.
Band. Yeah.
Max Weinberg. Yeah. And he was Conan's drummer and all that. And so he was a drummer Slipknot, and they parted ways. Yeah, we parted ways. No, apparently, according to Clown, M. Sean Crahan, drummer Jane Weinberg's departure from the band was not voluntary. Clown clarified that Weinberg did not leave the band, but was fired for, quote, creative reasons. That's a very odd, considering a drummer that caliber. What the hell kind of creative reasons could they have? What, we just want to start doing jazz like that or something, or what?
Just kind of reading some of the fan comments. I don't know. I honestly, I don't. I'm not in the Slipknot world. But just the gist I get from reading some of the comments was that he wanted to kind of play the regular traditional Slipknot stuff. And the main guys in the band, Clown and Corey Taylor, and these guys are wanting to kind of move on in another direction. And he's more, I guess, directed
Yeah.
towards the old stuff, I guess.
Well, he's really got no, being the newest member. He's just you got to go with the crowd, you got to go with the band. But Crahan says, as far as Jay goes, what people need to know is Jay did not leave the band, and what I want to say is that we're moving on. Like the statement said, we're choosing to do something different.
I don't know.
Hang on. The space that we're at right now is a very, very special space, thought about and generated mostly by the OG members, Crahan, Corey Taylor, Mick Thomas said wasn't Jim Root. So I don't, boy, really? Being a drummer, geez, I don't know. I find that yeah, was he really that smarmy that he think he could, project project them. How long has he been with them? Jeez.
For a little while. I mean, not terribly long. A couple albums, I think,
Yeah. Boy.
from what I
Wow.
understand. But yeah, right. I mean, why now? But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, oh boy. I guess I bet you
The thing
Chuck.
that struck me out of that statement, though, he come out like he did not leave volunteer. That was never disputed. He
Wow.
said he was fired from. He never disputed that.
Yeah,
There
that's
was
a very
no.
odd statement. It's like,
Yeah.
we know, he told us on the way out that, he didn't walk out. He was fired. And, you don't have to
What
reassure
he
us.
put out I won't get into it, but he put out a real elegant statement on social media.
Right.
I appreciate my time there. Moving on a different direction. As a musician, I've always looked for what's next and moving on. So this is just in keeping with my whole career. I'm just moving on. And I'm sure he'll find something, man. He's a hell
Oh,
of a
are you
drummer, man.
kidding?
He
Hey,
he uh, he did a tour with Bruce where I don't know if his dad was I don't know, had some medical issues or just wanted to bring Jay on, but they kind of switched on and off. And yeah, Jay brought some youthful
oh,
enthusiasm into it a little bit, man. Yeah,
cool beans.
he's a pretty good drummer, man.
Yeah, yeah. Oh boy. So yeah, there it is. Well, we'll see what happens with that. But good luck to him. Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah.
seems to be an unpopular move with the fans. So
Yeah, as for Jay, hey, you may want to give Getty Lee or Alex Lifeson a call. Maybe. Boom, shakalaka.
there you go. Good
You
call.
know,
You heard it here first. There you go.
freaking A, that'd be great. Fucking A. Oh, let's move on. Oh, this blows my mind. This headline: Dusty Hill's 1953 precision bass becomes the second highest selling bass in history. And I'm not surprised at that. 1953 precision. I think Sting from the Police plays the same kind, and it's just them old suckers just got a unique sound, just the best sound ever.
To your credit, Murph, you brought that up. We brought this story up when the auction was coming up. We brought it up that there
Right.
was something that was coming up, and you brought that up that the old P base, and yeah,
Sure
sure enough,
enough,
man.
man. That
Yeah.
sucker sold for a whopping, what is it? I mean,
Three
here it is.
hundred $93,700.
$393,700. The second most expensive bass behind Paul McCartney's BB 1200 that garnered $471,900 a couple of years ago.
I'm
Yeah,
not. I don't know what. Do you know what that one is? I don't. I don't.
I'm not even sure. I wonder if a BB. I wonder if, boy, it's got to be
You think the Hofner would be the one that would fetch the big price, man? Yeah.
Exactly. I would think so. We'll see. I'll have to look into that actually. But yeah, this 53 he used a lot and only retired it in 2012.
Yeah,
But
it was his road base. That's what he played pretty much extensively live, man. That's pretty much
the
the only one he
sound,
played
sound
live.
of it
So yeah,
just blows your mind. Yeah.
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 So if
And
you ever saw ZZ Top, he was playing that bass.
it's the sale price also surpassed Bill Weinman's Fender Mustang from 2020. So this is funny. The quote is Dusty would be so pleased to know that his bass is between a Beatle and a Rolling Stone.
Yeah,
That's
right.
pretty cool. His wife, Chuck stated. Okay, his wife's name is Chuck, whatever. But that's not the thing. That's not what that torquing me off. Some of the he's got to be rich. He's got to be freaking rich. Has to have left quite an estate.
Yeah.
But his estate is selling off all these great items. Geez, I'm blown away. They're selling off his MTV Moon Man Award for the Legs video. They got that for the Legs video.
Yeah, they're cleaning
Why
house,
would they
man.
get
They're
rid of
selling
that?
a lot of his clothing, pretty
Oh,
much every bass, all the instruments, and the stuff is fetching some outrageous amounts, man. They kind of there's a long list there. I don't know, you might want to cherry pick a couple of them, but yeah, were they expected maybe what like 7,000 to 9,000, and it's getting 25,000 to 30,000, something like that.
some of
Yeah.
the items are being a triple, quadruple the guessing price on them. But holy cow, some of the
Pretty
things,
much everything across the board was like was through the
rings.
roof, man.
I mean, jewelry, rings. I'm stunned. I'm quite honestly stunned. His commissioned oil derrick gold nugget ring accented with 4 circular cut diamonds. Why in the hell wouldn't they keep something like that? He's got a daughter, apparently. He's got a daughter, wife, and a daughter, and I just don't get it. My gosh,
Yeah,
these
it's
would
like
be treasures for
it's like just leaving the house,
generations of
man.
his
Yeah,
family. This,
awards. The one I didn't get, they had. I thought it was the same one, but they said the furry base. The
yes,
furry base went for 58 grand. But then they said the one from the legs video, which I thought that was the furry base.
yeah, well, that is, yeah.
But they said the one used in the legs video, $317,000.
317, yes,
So
83
between
Dean
that one
Explorer.
and the 53P base, you're talking 700 grand, man, just on them two bases, man. That's unbelievable.
I'm
Man.
stunned. They're selling the fuzzy bass. That should have to remain with the fuzzy guitar forever. See, that's what I don't get this. They
Yeah,
gotta
right.
have
I
tons
didn't
of
think of
money.
that. Yeah, you're breaking up a set, kind of. Yeah,
Straighten up
right.
the set. Wow. Jeez. Wow. 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 He's selling his estate. I can't believe that they
Yeah,
don't
that's
need.
so like the outfit he had on the Fandango album, all that stuff, man.
Right.
Like everything, man. Is
My
just
gosh.
cleaning
Let's get
house,
rid of
man.
him. Hell, let's wipe him from our memories. Well, that's basically what ZZ Top did. They like gigged 2 days after he died. They didn't
Right.
even take a break.
Yeah,
Wow.
right.
Wow. That is so bizarre. That is just crazy. I'm stunned.
Right.
If I was in
Right.
that
Had the
position,
funeral and head to Omaha. We got a gig there for Tuesday night. Yeah, we're gonna.
yeah. See you later. See you later there, Dusty Hill.
Yeah.
Bye. Gosh, that's crazy. That's so sad. But yeah, it says many of Hill's bases and memorabilia sold for double, triple, even quadruple the estimates given to them. And wow, I guess whatever floats their boat. But if I
One
was
thing,
financially sound, I would not be selling off my father or my husband's
not
just
everything like
treasured
that, man. Well, who knows?
everything.
I would hope they held on to something, but it doesn't seem like it, man. There's a
Wow, even
long
got
list of
rid of
stuff
his
there. Yeah.
MTV Moon Man Award. Those
Oh
are
my
cool.
god.
That was
Yeah.
cool. Wow, that's so disappointing. So, oh brother, yeah,
People don't realize too.
there's a picture of the bass right there. Actually, yeah,
Yeah.
that's 53P
Yeah,
bass.
everything he played live pretty much extensively.
Man, oh man, gee, many creepers.
So
That's
you
mind
noticed when we saw him this past summer, and obviously it wasn't with Dusty's, long been past, but
right.
they didn't do any of the songs where he did the vocals. They didn't do Tush. They didn't do any of them. So that's kind of leave things as they are kind of mentality, I guess, kind of as far as that goes. But
That's just crazy though.
he's a great bass player, man. You got to be a three piece. You got to have the bass player who's got to be he's got to be solid. Man,
yeah,
so.
all three of you got to be sound. That's just I'm a big fan of 3-piece bands. But boy, that just all these treasures, family treasures that could be handed down for generations. Wow. Whatever. Okay. All right.
Wonder if Billy and Frank have any mementos or anything. I don't know.
Gosh, I would hope Billy would buy the fuzzy guitar at least so they can keep the pair together. Right? Jiminy creepers. Just crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, funny. Where is it? Where is that goofball? There he is. Ronnie Radke. We talk about him a lot. We talked about his anger at the merch cut that the venues are getting. He's raising a pretty good storm on that, which we appreciate. And I don't know this guy. What's up with him? His fans pooled their money together and put up a big happy birthday thing on what is it?
Times Square.
Like
the big video billboard.
Video billboard. Yeah. Wishing him happy birthday. Holy cow. Is this guy bigger than I think or whatever? Falling in reverse, bigger than I think.
That's some pretty passionate fans. I've never heard of anything like that.
That's crazy.
Nothing along those.
Well, I remember when Grand Funk Railroad came out with Closer to Home. I remember they had the whole block, one side they had a billboard, light up billboard that was their album cover. So I'm thinking, my boy, that was expensive back then. I remember reading how it was very expensive. Imagine how much that had to cost.
Well, that's the record company. That's the promotions. That's not the fans.
And it still cost them though.
Yeah,
but it still cost an arm and a leg. So boy, these.
Yeah, I was looking into it. I was trying to find out how much they spent, and actually trying to find out anything about it, but how it came together or anything. But yeah, for now, all that's really out there is that it happened, and then you show the video, and it's kind of a collage. It's kind of I don't know, like when he's a kid, like a home movie, and like him on stage, and I think there's like some social media posts, happy birthday and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's like a little, I don't know what, maybe 20, 30-second little clip there or whatever. And I don't know if it repeated. I don't know if it was on repeat, throughout a certain time of day or just,
Yeah, yeah.
I would guess just that one time would probably cost plenty. It's Times Square, dude. It's not,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean, man. That's some very serious fans right there. Good
yeah.
riddance. Well, good for you,
Crazy.
youngsters. Youngsters, if I may call you youngsters, I think I can, since I'm an elder. So there you
Yeah,
go.
it's good to know there's fans that still that passionate about rock and roll out there. Honestly,
Oh, here's a lovely gal with
get
passion
into it.
right here, Shirley Manson. Manson.
Oh, we love
Shirley.
Shirley.
We love her. We saw her. What a great show that was.
Yeah, it was a great show.
But apparently she didn't have a good time at one of her recent shows. The headline reads, where is this from? From Louder. Okay, headline reads, "You better calm down." I can't do an Irish accent, damn it. "You better calm
Scottish.
down." Watch Irish. Scott.
Scottish, yeah.
Watch a furious Shirley Manson drop 36 F bombs in under 2 minutes while breaking up a fight at the garbage show in Los Angeles. That's so great. And it's funny because the name of the show, it was garbage. The name of the show was K-Rock's, quote, almost acoustic Christmas show. It sounds so nice. Oh, almost acoustic. It's going to be so nice in general. But no, a couple of chicks started going at it on there. And
yep,
they
couple
had just,
women, man.
Yes, love the women. The band had just launched into Wolves, the third song of their scheduled 30-minute slot at the influential radio station's annual charity fundraising. It's a charity, too.
Nice, ladies.
When Manson spotted an altercation in the crowd. Hey, she exclaimed, "Knock that effing off right now." And the furious singer then told her band to stop playing while she addressed the situation. "Knock this off, girls. Knock this effing shit off right F now," she began. "Wait, what the F is wrong with you? F this shit." Boy, and she just kept going. "Right, I don't know, ladies. I don't know what the effing story is. Quite frankly, I don't care. There's enough effing bullshit in this world. Okay, I don't care who it is. I want to effing stop this effing bullshit. Do we not have enough effing shit going on in the world with some effing aggro at an effing Christmas party? F this, knock it off. Separate right the F now." That had to be a great Christmas party. Just glorious. A little bit of acoustic, just hopefully they were quietly fighting. They were acoustically fighting, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, right.
Rather than electric. They were acoustically fighting, quietly slapping and whatnot. But holy cow. Come on, people. It's a freaking Christmas concert for a charity. And a couple of gals at that. That's so exciting. And then one of the best quotes of the whole thing. Let me see. According to Entertainment Weekly, one of the parties involved later called into a K-Rock show and admitted throwing a punch at a, quote, rude drunk girl. Recalling Manson's response to the incident, she added, "I felt like I got yelled at by my mom." Oh, gosh. Oh, that right there hurts to the bone, brother. What do you think?
Oh, I bet. That's totally what it was. It was like a scolding, man. She just like
mom.
took charge like a mom. And what the F are you doing? There's so much shit going on, and you're doing this shit in the freaking Christmas show. What the? She's just like, yeah, like a mom letting them have it, man. It's like, kind of like
go do the laundry. Man. Yeah. Holy cow.
Just go your room. Get out of my face. Go clean your room.
Yeah. Oh, Shirley Manson not having it. She sure did put on a good show when we saw him, though. That was really, she's really a great concert. Awesome, so, yeah, she's old school. So, yeah, shame on them. But really, getting in a fight at a charity concert.
She's got a streak, man. We've learned one of our early shows where she had defecated into her boyfriend's breakfast cereal to get back at him for cheating or whatever. I don't remember that. So she's got a little funky little streak going there, man. You might not want to mess with Shirley Manson.
Yeah,
she's named Manson, so right there, yeah.
Yeah, check your post toasties in the morning. That's for sure. Yes, indeed. Wow. Yep, don't mess with her. boy, oh boy, she's a doozy. And here's something that really, even though I'm not a real big fan of hers, but Cher. Here's the headline from Variety. Cher disses Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for excluding her. I wouldn't be in it now if they gave me $1 million. They can, what themselves. I had no idea she wasn't in the rock of all the people to not be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Holy schmokeums. So with considering some of the folks that are in there now and they beat Cher to it, who, gosh, I remember listening to Sonny and Cher songs on my transistor radio in the 60s, for Christ's sakes. That's how long she's been going. What,
65 was I Got You Baby, I think so. Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, since the mid 60s.
Long freaking time, man.
And she's been going for what, 7 decades now? Something like that. 6 decades.
She's had hits in 7 decades. Only her and the Stones.
Unbelievable.
So, that's rare air, as they say.
Like her or not, geez, the fact that she's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is absolutely ridiculous. What the hell are how could they possibly not have her in the rock? Yeah, I guess it's a little boys club. Well, where
to my knowledge, I keep up with it pretty closely year to year, and have been for a very long time. And to my knowledge, I don't even think she's been nominated.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure. I bet if I were to go, I don't even think she's been even nominated. So she says now she wouldn't go. She said, you can pay me $1 million. They can pay me $1 million, and I wouldn't go in. And it's like, see,
at this point, I wouldn't either.
Another bitter, more bitterness.
More bitterness, boy. This is the bitterness show, folks.
This is bitterness show.
She's got the right though. What the hell's going on here? Really?
Well, she's doing the interview on Kelly Clarkson's show.
Mm-hmm.
And she's talking about that, and Kelly Clark. I guess just from reading, I didn't see the video of it, but Kelly Clarkson was like, "Wait a minute, you're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?"
Exactly.
Like, as stunned as you are. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow, shame on them. That just shows you that it's some kind of weird boys club. They got rappers and hip hoppers in there. Shit, she's old enough to be their grandmother, for Christ's sakes, and she's been rocking since back then. So really, this is insane, unbelievable.
Well, she was kind of running off, I don't know, not so much her resume, but I guess kind of reasons why maybe she should be considered. The fact that she's 7 decades, putting out hits, and then she puts out the fact that how did she put it? Maybe being innovative. That wasn't the word she used, but something along those lines with the auto tune on Do You Believe in Life After Love.
Wait a while.
To me, I'm thinking, yeah, exactly. I'm thinking
that's why she's not in.
Might want to quit while you're ahead, Cher. No, you might want to bring up the auto tune thing.
But nonetheless, that's unbelievable. That's ridiculous.
I guess the parallel I would draw that's in would be Dusty Springfield. Dusty Springfield was only around for a very short time. I mean, yeah, she was a great vocalist, but she wasn't super popular, not as popular as Cher was throughout decades. And
wow. That just
I can see, Abba's in, Donna Summer's in, just kind of trying to draw some parallels, in the pop world. And
that's ridiculous.
I could see Cher. Yeah,
she's an icon. Let's face it, she's an icon, and an icon isn't a musical icon isn't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's great. That's
let's face it. One day, all that's going to be left is Keith Richards, Willie Nelson, and Cher. There's going to be the 3 of them. Yeah.
Holy cow! That's really something. That's just mind blowing. But I
definitely see the argument for it. So
absolutely,
maybe some things will get stirred up and she'll get nominated. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Moving on though. Here we go. There's going to be a tribute to Bon Scott going on. Featuring, oh boy, who's
one of the greatest frontmen of all time. Yeah, I love me some Bon Scott, man.
Yeah, he's great though. Died young, died alcoholic. There you go, because of alcohol. But they're doing a tribute to Bon Scott on January 9th at the Avalon Theater in California, and they're gonna have Scotty Ian of Anthrax, Dave Lombardo, Slayer, Josh Freese, Foo Fighters, Larry Ladonde, Primus, Mike Inez, Alice in Chains, Steve Gorman, Black Crowes, a couple of guys, Jay and Scott from Rival Sons, Billy Rowe from Buck Cherry. That's a pretty good lineup. That should be a hell of a good time. And the weird thing, it was organized by comedian Dean Delray, who I've never even heard of.
Yeah, I'm
But
familiar with him.
that the event's going to start off with Delray and then Bill Burr. They're bringing in Bill Burr to do
Yeah,
some
I do know
stand up
him.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, cripes, Bill Burr. He's unreal. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like that.
He's pretty sharp.
He's pretty damn sharp for sure. So that's very cool. So they're going to do stand up comedy for 45 minutes, and then the all star band is going to go for 2 hours with the crazy AC/DC music. Oh, that ought to be just great. You know, good
Yeah.
times. Good
The
times.
thing that struck me with this, he's been doing this on and off for 40 years. So
Wow.
basically, that's but when he died, right? Pretty much. I mean, well, almost 45 years, I guess, 44 years. Yeah, something to do the math.
Yeah, he died in
But
80
yeah,
at
yeah.
33.
So,
Boy,
okay,
wow.
so yeah, 43 years.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, he's been doing it on and off since then. Last time was in March of 2020, right before everything shut down.
Okay.
It was the last time they did one of these.
And of
so.
course, Bond, geez, his the
Body
songs
of
that
work.
he did. Highway to
Yeah.
Hell, Sin City, Whole Lot of Rosie, Let There Be Rock, Dirty Deeds, Done Dirt Cheap, TNT, Long Way to the Top if you want to rock and roll. And it's a shame. He died when they were putting Back in Black together. You know,
Yep.
before it was Back in Black, they were just starting to put songs together, and that's when he passed. So
Yep.
Bon Scott, badass.
Yeah, you
dude,
kind of
man.
you always wonder, what would have happened? Would they have had that success with him, or was that just that Brian Johnson came and caught lightning in a bottle? And because I mean,
Yeah.
the body of work, you got to go Bon Scott over Brian Johnson by far, I would think.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah,
obviously, Back in Black is the juggernaut. That's the biggest album of all time, other than Thriller, pretty much. So
about it, just killer.
Yeah.
Fucking A. All right. Yeah, let's close things up with a few items here. I saw this item, it blew me away. Madonna started her off topic. Madonna started her U.S. tour, and the first concert, she was 3 hours late. I'm sorry, man. That's unacceptable. Unless you were stuck in traffic or something. Even then,
right?
Boy, she didn't start till 11 o'clock. 3 hours late from the official start. We've had a few that started a little bit late, but my God, there's no way I'd hang around for 3 freaking hours. What an insult! What an absolute insult!
I think even Axl Rose would say, "Damn, that's a long time to keep him waiting."
There you go. When Axl would say it, yeah, you are correct. But that's just horrifying, man.
Yeah,
and a lot of people complaining. Geez. Really, that's totally unacceptable. These people, some people got to work in the morning. I don't
be
give
able to
a
file some sort of compensation for babysitters and missed work or something.
I would demand my money back at that point. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. You sign a contract to start at X time. You're expected to start at X time, and if you're going to be a half hour late, okay, but 3 hours, totally unacceptable.
Yeah,
Totally
I've seen Springsteen a dozen times, and it's always him. He never has an opening band. It's just him. He plays. There's no time. But he always starts pretty late. But
Yeah.
It's consistent though. So I always thought, that's just kind of what they said on the ticket. So they say starting at 7:30, it's probably going to be closer to 9. Quite honestly, So, but 3 hours, yeah,
that's crazy. One last item here. Man of War. I'm sure we've probably all heard of Man of War. Man of War. What a bunch of schmucks. Well, they never do American tours because America doesn't give a shit about them. But they did announce an exclusive U.S. concert in November 30th next year, 2024, at the King's Theater in Brooklyn, New York. What we freaking do?
That's their one U.S. appearance at the bowling alley in Brooklyn. What was it?
It will mark the band's first live appearance in Man of War's home country in a decade. So these cats, they nobody wants them here.
Even with after acquiring Michelangelo Battio, or how do you pronounce it?
Battio. I'm not even sure. But back in September of 2014, Man of War canceled its previously announced U.S. tour dates, which were scheduled to take place in November of that year. At the time, the band claimed it was scrapping the show due to scheduling conflicts, as well as to concentrate on work on a new studio album. Bullshit. They weren't
Yeah.
selling tickets, man.
Yeah.
They weren't selling tickets. Those
It
schmucks.
conflicted with people's schedule to come out and see us. Yeah.
I want to see them. I mean, if you get a chance, folks, check them out. Check out some of their live stuff on YouTube. I
Well,
mean,
you know,
they're like
they
Spinal Tap times 10.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, they really are. Yeah, they really are. And you know they have the record for the loudest show, or they did. I don't think it's been surpassed to my knowledge. It could be.
Well,
But
back in the
I know at one
70s,
time they had the record. Yeah.
back in the 70s, it was Mountain at some point. But yeah, you know,
It was the Who at one point. It was Ted Nugent at one point for a long time.
Ted and Mountain did it for a little bit. And
yeah,
then
Ted had a show in Kansas City that yeah.
And then Man of War, which formed in 1980 in upstate New York. And I'm sorry, but these really, do they realize they're like Spinal Tap-ish? You know, they're like they're just a horrifying Spinal Tap. Oh my! And of course, they're touring in Europe for some reason. I don't know. They're big time in Europe, so more power to them. They found their niche, if you will.
Well, they're that, you know, Viking-ish kind of, you know, I don't even know what they're
Well,
about,
they've got loyal fans. This past February, you know, they released a new song called Laut und Hartstach und Schnell, dedicated to the band's loyal German fans. So, you know, they might as well not be American at this point. I don't know. I'm just kidding. But wow. And then, of course, more than a year ago, Manowar, they announced that they recruited Michelangelo Badio to play with them, and he fits right in, you know, because he's got the wig. He wears a wig, you know. Everybody knows that, but he just fits right in. It's just so schmaltzy.
Yeah.
So he's so
he's on an even schmaltz level with those guys. Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, so we're not going to be able to see them, doggone it. I would give a shout out.
What is it, like some bowling alley in Brooklyn? Or was it what is? Where are they playing?
Oh yeah, who knows? A theater.
That kills me. That's hilarious.
Yeah. The one
their one show is just like
in America, in their home country, in like 12 years, and no, it's not a big theater. It's not Soldier Field. No, it's like playing the Egyptian theater, for Christ's sake. Yeah, like these guys,
like Loose Pizza or something, man.
They know though. At least they know well enough to stay away from. You know, we want the real stuff here.
They're taking out the karaoke for the night and let Manowar play. Man.
Wow, yeah, that's brutal, but true that. So I find their live stuff really amusing, because it really is Spinal Tap-ish. I'm surprised they don't have pods on the stage that they come out. I
wonder how big the Spinal Tap movie is over in Europe. You know what I mean?
Good question. Of course, we got Spinal Tap 2 coming up, which you can't reheat a souffle.
Yeah,
man,
I'm kind of thinking. I'm smelling Blues Brothers 2000.
Oh my gosh, that was the most horrible movie ever.
Yeah, it just really reminds me of that. I don't know. We'll see, but it's
like some people.
To me, it's got the makings of that, man. We'll see.
Like some people said about Blues Brothers 2000. You know, I hope Aykroyd was able to put his kids through college, at least for the humility of having to do that movie. You know, geez, that was just horrible.
But he was done. I was gonna say probably took care of his coke habit, but he was done doing that by 2000.
Holy cow, there, Doc! This is the bitterness show we see here. We had a lot of bitter folks, a lot of depressing shit, you know. But they're getting it out of the way so we can bring in the Christmas season, if you will, and the new year and all that good stuff.
Looking forward to an optimistic 2024.
Oh gosh, 2020 2024. Holy cow. That could be a train wreck from hell. Boy, oh boy. Musically, who knows? You know, Tinley Park, the theater, the outside facility we go to see our concert in Tinley Park. They really haven't announced anything else.
No,
no new concerts yet. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But they've only got like 3 right now. So, hope they step up their game. You know, get me in a war over here. I'm just kidding. But anyway, there you go, man. Boy, a lot of weird stuff this week, and next week would be in the Christmas spirit, I'm sure, for next week's show. So It's gonna be a crazy cool week, you know. Got the presents all bought. I buy my stuff, you know. I buy it months in advance, you know. And they,
Sometimes I try to. If I come across stuff, I kind of do. But then there's years like this year where I had it done, maybe a week or so ago,
well,
fairly early, I guess. So.
well, you know, being a grandpa and without you know, I find that you know money and precious metals are the best things to give at Christmas, and that's what I give away at Christmas is money and precious metals. So everybody's happy, you know. It's not a blender you don't need. So there you
Yeah, right.
go. But there you go, folks. Thanks a lot for joining us. Sure to subscribe if you haven't. Like some videos. You know, it's a slow season, but we love this, so we're just gonna keep on rolling through. And boy, better days are ahead, man. 2024 could be unbelievable. We will see. Thanks a lot for joining me, Doc. There, why don't you take us home, eh?
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody, and everyone who has subscribed and future subscribers that will be hopefully soon.
Hey, we're just having fun, man. Join the
Yeah, no, we're
join
having
the
a good
join the
time. But
ride, folks. Join the
like I
ride.
say, if you can even just hit that like button, kind of helps good mojo for the show, and spread the word. So yeah, we're gonna do it at Christmas, right? We're gonna be doing another one Monday.
Hey, man, I'm ready to party. Yeah,
Yeah, dude, all my
Christmas.
festivities will be done. We'll do one Christmas Day, man. We'll
It'll
put one
probably
out.
be blasted, but that's good though.
You have the family gather around the hearth or whatever and listen
Yeah,
to the Rock and Roll Geezer show,
like Clark Griswold would say,
like
yes.
Christmases of yore. Yeah,
Hearth and home. Yeah,
yeah.
hearth and home. All right, man. Yeah.
So
Take us
yeah.
home,
Until
brother.
then, have a great rock and roll filled week. Have a great rock and roll filled Christmas, everybody. We'll see you next week.